Hey everybody, it's Chuck back on the old YouTube. Hey, I was gonna do a beer test for you guys, but my beer is just not quite ready yet. So what I'm gonna do is, hey, I found a really nice wine. I was gonna show that to you. It's an Australian Shiraz. Here's the bottle right here, 2004 vintage. I found it at my local mom and pop grocery store, and God, it's really, it was $2.99 a bottle. So I went ahead and bought a case of it. I went on their website. You can go to AussieVineyards.com. Go check them out. But they only distribute to about 12 states here in the United States. I don't think they distribute to Canada. But man, talk about a good wine! Holy cow! It's like 36 bucks for a case. That's kind of cool because it's got the AU, which is in the periodic tables it's a symbol for gold. It's kind of their signature line. Man, yeah, it's really good wine. So let's give it a try. Do a little pour. Oh, hold on. It's right over here. Okay, I'm back. Already had one open, so just letting it breathe. In fact, I got the wrong glass. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Now, this kind of glass, I like the smaller glass for wine. I don't particularly like the bigger glasses, but I don't know, to each his own, I'm not a big wine drinker, so I just pour just a little bit. Man, it looks good. Nice and dark. Let's take a look at this. Wow. I don't know if you can see that. Beautiful color. For, $2.99 a bottle. The whole thing is, in Washington, and it's surprising, these guys are distributing to Washington, Oregon, California, along with about 9 other states, but Washington really has come along with some really nice wines. I mean, they're just in the eastern Washington area. They got about 400 wineries over there now, and boy, I tell you, and the wine prices are still really reasonable, and they're making some good wines. But these guys have come into Washington, and they're trying to get into the market. Let's give her a little. It's got a pretty strong. It's got a strong, nice strong. It's got that dark, really dark, strong berry flavor, almost like blackberries. Yeah, it smells good. Let's give it a swig. Let's give it a swirl. Let's give it a try. This looks good. I want to give this stuff a try. Wow. Ooh. It's got a little peppery flavor, really smooth and velvety. Really dark. It's got some dark notes. It's kind of like blackberries and currant. Wow, that is good. That is really. That's some really good wine. Excellent wine. Hey, if you get a chance, if you can find this in your store, give it a shot. Man, it is good. Shiraz 2004 vintage. It's 13.9% alcohol. Excellent wine. Give it a shot for sure. Now, I just want to be clear on this. I don't represent any wine or beer companies. I just thought I'd come on and give my opinions on some of these things. Now, I know there's a home brewer that was really dissatisfied with one of the Australian companies, and I don't think you should go on and bash companies and bash people for using them. Now I know Craig Tube, he's he's the go-to guy. I mean, his first easy to brew video, I think, has about well, close to 250,000 hits. That's a video I saw that got me going. If I would have watched one of those all grain videos to begin with, I would have never gave it a shot, because it's just not feasible for a guy like me. I just don't have the room, and to start out with, you want to start, you want to go into it, ease into it. You're just not gonna, it's like race car driving. You're not gonna jump into a Formula One, and you got to start out with the FP3, move up to the Formula 2s, and then you got to work your way up. But anyway, if you get some, first of all, do some research before you buy some equipment. What I did is I went in, I searched all my local brew shops, and we only have one within 10 miles, and so I looked at the prices, did some research on the prices, and I thought, well, how about, why don't I'll just go to eBay, because they cover the whole gamut of suppliers. And I found a supplier out of Minnesota, Midwest Supplies, and they had an entry-level kit for $54, and the shipping was $12, so $69. I had the kit right at my front door, and I was ready to go. Then I bought a Thomas Cooper Brewmaster Irish Stout, which I kind of jumped the gun on that. I could have got it cheaper through Midwest, but anyway, I guess my point is just do some research and see what the suppliers have out there. Don't and if you get something, if you receive something that's not up to snuff, get a hold of the company, let them know. In fact, I just want to show you this. This is from this is an invoice and instruction I got for my second brew. Got the letterhead and email and website address. And the very first thing it says about your merchandise says it's headline damaged or missing merchandise. I just want to read this real quick. Just give you guys a heads up on what I'm telling you. It said, if you did not receive an item or an item came damaged, please let us know within 3 days of receiving your order. It says, then they want you to check, make sure everything's there, because they might wrap a thermometer with they might combine it with something, and you think you didn't get it, but it's actually there. So check all the wrapping. And then the most important thing right here, the very last thing, it says, if an item is missing or damaged, please contact us so we can send out a replacement. Well, I have to tell you a story. I got my kit, and I was pretty excited about it. It's just an entry-level kit. It's no big deal. But I thought, well, let me set it up. Fill it up with water, make sure the valves are working, and just kind of check it out. Do a dry run before I put the actual beer in there. Well, I had a problem. And hold on, I'll show you. I'll show you what I had. I hooked everything up and put this valve in my bottling bucket. It's got the gaskets and all that good stuff. Hooked it up. Really simple. It's like a $3.50 valve, right? Okay, so I put it in there and had her closed and opened her up. Wow, everything's working good, cool, pretty simple. Put the hose on, checked the bottling, checked everything. Everything looked good. Well, I closed it, stopped it, and then I went to kind of goof around a little bit, came back, and geez, the thing was just dripping like crazy. And I thought, man, okay, well, I thought, that's not going to work, because, you can't, it's just not going to work. So what I did is I emailed these guys. I emailed Midwest Supplies right away, told them, hey, I got a leaky valve, hey, can you guys send me another one? And at the same time, they had some reviews. They have reviews on all their equipment.